Joining us now is Texas Congressman Randy Weber, member of the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. Congressman, thanks for being here. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, you cannot hear me. You got me now. Great. Congressman, welcome to the program. I want to start here. New York City Mayor Eric Adams declaring a state of emergency yesterday over the cost of migrants who have been sent to the Big Apple. Take a listen to this.
New Yorkers are angry. I am angry too. We have not asked for this. There was never any agreement to take on the job of supporting thousands of asylum seekers. This responsibility was simply handed to us without warning as buses began showing up.
Congressman, if a city as big as New York cannot handle the cost of these migrants, what hope do other cities in the United States have?
This is absolutely ridiculous. Texas has 2/3 of the border with Mexico. We're seeing 200,000 come across our border in a month. The fact that they're getting several buses with, I don't know, 50 or 70 winds up being 1,000 or two. He's crying wolf because that shouldn't be a problem for New York. We deal with it all the time. They don't care about what happens in Texas. They don't care about it until it shows up at their doorstep. Suddenly they care.
And I want to talk a little bit about what this costs various states. When you look at Texas and Arizona, who have shouldered this burden for decades now, what does this put on, what kind of a strain does this put on state, local resources? Because now you have these mayors asking for federal assistance.
Do this math. I was in the Texas House for 4 years before I came to Congress. My second term, I was vice chairman of the Borders Committee. We have about a little over 1,000 school districts in Texas and about 5 million students, K through 12, kindergarten through 12. When you bring in 200,000 immigrants, illegals in 1 month, if a fourth of them are children, K through 12, that's 50,000. Average school district's about 10,000. You just brought in 50 complete school districts in a month. Texas put $200 million on the border the 2 terms I was there. Now they're at $2 and $3 billion. And people in New York are concerned because they see what, 500 or 1,000 immigrants? We're seeing that in less than a week's time.
Yeah, Texas Senator Ted Cruz has called for the impeachment of the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over the increase in these border crossings, citing gross dereliction of duty. Does the proverbial buck stop with Mayorkas here?
Well, yeah, it starts there, of course. He's got to be focused on that. That's his job. Then the term you hear about the vice chair is that she's been made the border czar, if you will. Listen to some of her comments about the border being secure. It's more like bizarre, if you ask me. She's culpable. The president is culpable. They don't care about these people coming across the border. And you just saw New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Suddenly, being a sanctuary is not such a good idea, right, when it shows up at their doorstep. So there's a lot of culpability moving right up the line.
How do you think this is going to potentially shift public opinion when it comes to Democratic mayors now admitting that they don't have the resources to deal with this and that they need help when it comes to how voters view the border in the midterm elections?
Well, they should absolutely view it at every state now is a border state. Let me put it in perspective this way. 100,000 plus are killed by fentanyl. The Chinese are manufacturing, given to the drug lords. They're sending it across our border. 100,000 people a year in the United States. That's 300 a day. How long? And that's 2 airliners, for example, 2 Boeing 707s or 727s carry about 150 each. That's 2 airliners a day going down in the United States, killing 300 people a day. How long would that go on before there would be an outcry by people? We hope they're paying attention and they make the Democrats pay at the polls.
Elections, Congressman Randy Weber, thanks for being here.
Thank you.